Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity on the Space Coast. Please rise as you're able and join us for our opening song, a Barbara McGillicuddy original song, Gather in This Holy Place. 1, 2, 3, 4.
As we gather in this holy place, we leave all cares behind. We're here to fill our hearts with love and dwell in sacred mind. Thank you as we embrace this love sublime. We dwell in sacred mind. Thank you. We dwell in sacred mind. Here's the band. Sublime. We dwell in sacred mind. Thank you. We dwell in sacred mind.
Let us open our hearts and minds in prayer. Dearest Spirit, we are so grateful for your ongoing presence within us, surrounding us, guiding us. We know that no matter where we are, what we're feeling, what we're doing, that you are always with us. Please guide us to the sacred place within us where we can feel and be aware of this. And so it is. Amen. Okay, welcome. Welcome to Unity on the Space Coast. Is there anybody new here? Welcome. We have a special gift for you. Just one? Do you want one for each or do you want two? Okay, you'll get two. Okay. Okay, and if there's anyone new online, please feel free to call us at 321-383-0195. You can messenger us, you can go to our website, or email us at office@unityonthespacecoast. You are all so welcome into this wonderful community. Okay.
All right, and I'd like to introduce the band this morning. On drums, we've got Amelia Cruz. Ed Mezek is back on harmonica. Dominic Rose back on electric guitar. Myself on bass. And we have Barbara McGillicuddy back after quite a little bit of a hiatus. Everyone welcome Barbara. None of this would be possible without our friends in the Crow's Nest. We've got Alex Dershka and Sadie Perdomo in the Crow's Nest over there. And then platforming, we've got Barb Rushell and Judy Caswell. And delivering our message this morning is Reverend Faith Cotter. Thank you.
Good morning. Upcoming events. Good morning. The Release and Reimagine Lent discussion group did start last week, but everybody's welcome to join in each Wednesday evening from 6:30 to 7:30. You need to register in order to receive instruction on how to join the group. And that information is on the website. I mean, on MailChimp, and we have it up here too. Did you want to add anything to that? Okay. All right. Women of the Bible, Voices Across the Wind, a one-day workshop for women, facilitated by Unity of Central Florida, Reverend Faith Cotter. It starts May 21st, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The location is UCF campus, and it's $50 per person. That also requires registration to scan the QR code. That is March 21st. Mm-hmm. Next Sunday, not next Sunday, the Sunday afterwards, we have Reverend Don Barton will be returning to us, and he likes to use metaphors and symbols, and he's going to be reflecting on the Easter lily. Next week has one part of it, and the week after has the stem. So please join us for that. Rhythms of Renewal, the sound bath, facilitated by Nick and Sadie, will be on Friday, March 13th, 6:30 to 8. Love offering basis, bring a yoga mat, blanket, and pillow. And we have Reverend Don Barton. Also, March 15th, he's going to be talking about the Easter lily, the leaves. Mm-hmm. So if you put the leaves and the stem together, what do you think next week might be about? Okay, thank you.
All right, next we have a song.
I have to tell you a little story. You want to hear my story? I'm glad, because you'll recognize the song. There was a time in my life, Lord, I thought I had to do it all by myself. I didn't know that grace of God was sufficient. I did not know the love of God was at, everybody with me, hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged and struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. Go. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see that light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the
next for our vision and mission.
Please say this along with me. Unity on the Space Coast celebrates a world of harmony, abundance, and divinity. We joyously express truth, inspiring transformation. Okay, in Spanish. Unity on the Space Coast celebra un mundo de armonía, abundancia y divinidad. Expresamos la verdad con alegría, inspirado la transformación. Now for our core values. I hope I didn't mess that up too much. I'll say the word and then you repeat the affirmation with me. Inclusiveness. We recognize the value and oneness of all beings. Compassion. We nurture all beings with kindness, love, and understanding. Gratitude. We appreciate all we have, give, and receive. Growth. We learn from the transformative adventures of life. Healing. We embrace the journey of becoming vibrant, healthy, and whole. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So, I came from a traditional Baptist background, so getting up and dancing was not a thing. And so I can dance on the dance floor when I was young, but as I've gotten older, I've lost my rhythm. So clapping is hard, so I move a little bit. It's okay to move. It's okay to move. I can tell you right now, when you're in church, it's okay. So this morning's reading is from Release and Reimagine, which is the booklets. They are available out back, but today is the first Sunday of Lent. So I am going to read just the first part of the article that starts us off for Sunday, February 22nd. Seeing things differently, or courage to let go. One of the greatest spiritual gifts we've been given is the ability to shift our perspective. Even when life doesn't unfold as we hoped, prayed, or planned, we are not powerless. We can choose to see differently. We can reframe our experience by using a deeper spiritual lens. Lent invites us to release old stories and to awaken to our divine faculties, especially the power of imagination. Imagination is not just for dreaming, it is for transforming. When we ignite faith and guided by love, imagination becomes a sacred faculty that empowers us to co-create a new reality. Rather than letting our imagination spiral into fear, worry, or regret, we can harness it to envision what is possible, even in the midst of adversity. I'm going to skip down a little bit. During this sacred season of Lent, we are called to cross out false beliefs and release error thoughts that keep us bound in separation. We are invited to return to what Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore called headquarters, the inner sanctuary where spirit dwells. In this stillness, we remember who we truly are, spiritual beings, whole and holy, endowed with the power to rise.
Thank you, Reverend Faith. And next for another original song by Barbara McGillicuddy. If you know the words, please sing along with us. 1, 2,
4. Feeling sad and lonely, you're scared and all alone. Confusion is your mainstay, you can't even reach the phone. You don't know how to fix it, you're scared to even try. You look around, take a breath, then you lay back down and cry. Lord knows we're far from perfect, but we're laughing at the end. We'll pull through together if you let me be that friend. Let me be that friend. I'm here for you, my brothers, my sisters, all my loves. me be that friend. Let me be that friend. We'll heal our hearts together. Our lives are entwined forever. This planet needs us more than ever. Let me be that friend. Take my hand, I'll help you stand. Friends until the end. Band. Lord knows we're far from perfect, but we're laughing at the end, 'cause we'll pull through together. If you let me be that friend. Let me be that friend. Gotta let me be that friend. Thank you. That was written with Eric, Brooke, and me. Don't forget Eric.
Are we ready? Yeah, good. Let's hear it one more time for the band. And if we could also give a round of applause for everyone that makes this service possible in the back, the volunteers, and of course our greetings, our openers, our platform people. You can clap one more time. So today's message is called The Courage to Let Go. The courage to let go. So last week when I was here, I was talking about returning to truth. And I said that I kind of finished that with that we get into this rhythm of releasing, which we're right at Lent, right? Releasing, reimagining, again, the Lent theme. And Lent is 40 days to Easter, started on Ash Wednesday, right? Releasing, and then returning to the idea that we are spiritual beings and that spiritual understanding keeps us awake to the world that's around us. You with me? Okay, so we talked about prayer, and we've been talking about prayer this month, and prayer aligns us with divinity, right? And then affirmations anchor us, and then spiritual awareness or spiritual understanding keeps us awake, if you will. So this is the first Sunday of Lent. And we're emphasizing that Lent, as you in the Reimagine and Release and Reimagined, right? Lent is not a time of loss. Oh, I have to give up Coke, whatever it may be. Like, I'm going to give this up. It's a time of making room for something that you want in your life. Because you have to let go of something before you can grasp something new. Yes? So Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, said, letting go of old thoughts in order that new thoughts may find their place. Letting go of the old thoughts so new thoughts can find their place. Right? So letting go is not a passive action where I feel loss. It's conscious. It's courageous. It's aligning with spirit. It's a courageous step to let go. So I'm going to tell you a story because I think that stories are some of the most powerful ways, right? The courage to let go. I have a now 18-year-old daughter, turned 18 in November. She said, we said, what are we going to do? It's 18. It's a big milestone. We need to do something, right? So she loves sharks. So we decided, let's go swimming with the sharks. Okay. And we went to Discovery Cove, if you know it. Some people swim with the dolphins. Well, they have a thing you can swim with the sharks. And so, being mom, she can't go by herself, so I was the one who ended up going with her. And you get into a wetsuit, and you got to cover your hands with black gloves, and you cover your feet with black booties, and you're all covered in black. I don't know if that's so that they think you're an orca or something, but maybe. And so let me tell you, the wetsuits are not flattering when they take pictures from above. But you're supposed to go in there and you just float, and then there's nurse sharks, there's black-tip sharks, there's a bonnet shark, kind of looks like a hammerhead. There's a zebra shark, and then there's the traditional shark that has a round nose. I don't know what it is. But there's about 16 to 18 of them in their little area. And then you go 4 at a time, and there's 3 people there watching you, and you're supposed to just kind of float, like with your arms out, and just let them come to you. So, yes, I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't know. You're turning 18 once, maybe. And so anyway, when I got in though, I grabbed my vest, my life vest. I'm not letting go. I don't have the courage to put my hand out there to make it look like a little fish, because all I've ever heard is sharks are bad. So I'm going to just hold on. So I just kind of floated like this. I did not have the courage to let go on that. But it was so cool. This shark came up, and he was like right here, and I saw his eyeball, and he looked at me, and he kept going. And I thought, oh my God. My heart was pounding so hard. I thought, they're just swimming in their life, going along, and then here's this thing looking at them, and they're like, this is their world, right? What an honor to be in their world. But I'll just stay right here. Thank you very much. I'm going to just, and then they're like, okay, it's time. I'm like, okay, I'm out. Like, that was fun. It was fun. And she loved it. It was the highlight of her birthday. It was the highlight. But yeah, sometimes we don't have the courage to let go, and that's okay. That's okay. We have to go, is this dangerous or not? But it was great when I did allow the sharks to just be who they are, and I was just part of their environment. So you heard an announcement that we're doing a women's retreat on March 21st, where we're going to look at 9 women of the Bible, 4 in the Old Testament, 5 in the New Testament. And why we do this is because, or why the workshop, right? It's an opportunity not only to hear stories you may not be familiar with, but it's also called Women of the Bible Voices Across the Wind. Meaning that we take what they have gone through in their stories, right? And we apply it to today. Now, some people are afraid of the Bible or have hang-ups about it. You know what? There's 7.9 billion people in the world. I'm telling you, there's 7.9 billion ways to interpret the Bible. Okay, let it go. It's okay. I said earlier, as I grew up Baptist, I am so grateful I grew up Baptist because I was given the foundation that I was needed to understand the Bible, to know the Bible, and to appreciate it. And then I came into Unity, and Charles Fillmore wrote a whole book about it, called Metaphysical Interpretation of the Bible. It's about 6 inches thick. And you believe me, there's everything in there. See, Charles thought and knew that the Bible was the unfolding of human consciousness from the beginning to the end. That's how Unity sees it. And so we can go back and look at their stories and go, I see me in them. And that's okay. So I'm going to tell you a story about Hagar. Hagar was a woman that was enslaved with Abraham and Sarah, if you're not familiar. And she was really enslaved to bear a child. She had no social power, no legal protections, and no voice. And so she becomes pregnant, and she goes to escape the abuse that she felt she was feeling. She goes out into the desert. And she is the first person in the Bible to meet God in the wilderness. As she prayed, she let go of her circumstances as she was sitting there. And an angel comes to her and says, when you have this child, you shall call him Ishmael. Hagar becomes the only person in scriptures to say El Roy, to name God. And what it means is the God who sees me. The God who sees me. I have now seen the one who sees me. I'm going to say that again. The God who sees me. I have now seen the one who sees me. Now, this is important because nobody ever named God. God named things. In the Old Testament, God named the earth, the sky, the fishes. But nobody, humans were not supposed to name God. And yet we have this woman who has no power whatsoever. She's out in the wilderness, and she is the one who names God. Now later, we'll refer to God as Lord, Yahweh, different names. But she calls God individually. And she does it without permission from any man or anybody. Right? She does it based on her experience that she's having. She does it based on her encounter that she's experiencing out in the wilderness. Not from being told how to feel, how to name God, how to be with God, how to pray. None of that. It's her experience. It's coming from within. That I have now seen the God who sees me. Later, she goes back. She has the child. She comes back out into the wilderness. But in metaphysics, in this first part of the story, what we could say is, what does she mean by, I have now seen the God who sees me? And what it means metaphysically for all of us today is we are seen. We are known. We are held. And we are never outside of divine's awareness. God knows. Right? We are seen. Whatever you choose to call God, principle, divine presence, substance, God, Lord, Yahweh, whatever you choose. Later in the story, she has Ishmael. She goes out into the desert, and she's cast out. She begins to cry, and she puts the boy by a bush, and she walks away, thinking that that's the end of them. And then she hears, "What's the matter, Hagar? What's the matter? Do not be afraid, for God has heard you." And just then it says, she opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. See, she wasn't able to see the water before that. She had to let go. She had to understand that it takes the courage to let go of her circumstances so that she could see what was right in front of her. Right? So when I was in ministerial school, and as we know, Ishmael becomes the line for Islam. And I was in ministerial school. We had to go explore another religion just to get to know it. And this is a time when, not shortly after certain events, and everything on the news was saying how this was bad, Islam was bad, Muslims were bad, etc. So I decided, let me find out about that. And so I went to a mosque. I found a mosque on International Drive. I pulled up in my car, and I was sitting there afraid to go in. And I decided I'll take off my cross. I never take off my cross. I've had it on forever since my mom passed. I gave her over 20 years ago. My cross that I wore was buried with her, and then I got a new cross in her honor, and I keep it on. I don't take it off. It represents her. But I was like, I'm going to take it off. And why? Why am I taking this off? Because I thought, out of respect, I'll take it off. I'm going to go into a mosque, right? So I took it off, and I go up, and I say, want to talk to somebody about Islam. And they say, well, you can't come in because you're a woman. And I said, okay. He said, but come back tonight. We're going to have an open house. So come back tonight. I'll be happy to answer all of your questions. And I said, great. So I left, put my cross back on. I go back home. I go back that night. It's dark. I'm driving. I live in Oviedo. I'm going to International Drive, or that side of town. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is so dangerous. So I start saying the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. And then a lightning bolt hits me. What are you doing? If you're praying to God to protect you, then you believe there's two gods. What are you being protected from? Or am I trying to pray to protect myself from their God? And that's what I was doing. And I went, oh, assignment complete. I could go write a paper about this now. Yeah, I had believed everything that I heard. But I had to let go and see what was in front of me. To pray to God to protect me was then saying that I needed protection. From what? Their God? There's not two gods. There's one God, omnipresent, omnipotent. And so I had to shift. I had a major shift. So I went to the opening, and it was wonderful. I learned so much talking to them, and we ate, and it was beautiful, beautiful. I left my cross on. I didn't worry about that. I just opened myself up to letting them talk, to hear. I asked questions, and then I went home and did research, and I found out so much about the other half of the Bible. Whoa, we only look at this half with Isaac. Wow, there's a whole other half. Isn't that amazing? So how do you muster the courage to name God or to claim God? I claimed there was one God that night. That was it. From there, I started my spiritual journey of opening up to everyone and everybody and everything, right? How do you muster the courage to name God or claim your divine good? Claim your divine good. How do you muster the courage to swim with the sharks? How do you muster the courage to put your arms out to an awakened world around you or to awake to the world around you? Right? You see how what we can learn from one story, we can apply to our lives today. We can go into a new experience. And so, practical spiritual tools for letting go. And remember, we were talking about prayer all this month, right? This is prayer at its heightened sense. Because what I'm about to tell you about, say, the 3 things you can do, are all internal dialogues within you. They're all your conversation and your intimate conversations with God. And one is denial and affirmation. So when you're faced with a decision, check in with headquarters, as Charles says. Check in. And what I mean by that, I want to release my old pattern and say that this doesn't have power over me. I want to release my bias, right? It doesn't have power over me. And I want to affirm that I am courageous and guided by spirit. So I release and I affirm. What is it that you're wanting to release at this time? And then sacred pause. Take a pause. Breathe. Breathe. You can have an interruption you can have a physical sensation, right? When you interrupt an old pattern of thought, that is so deep that you can be brought to your knees in tears, or you can have goosebumps, or you can have a physical sensation. And so take a breath and just breathe through that. That's okay. Check in with your body, check in with your mind. I'm going to release this. If there's something coming up, it's probably something you need to look at, right? And then the last part is let go and commit. Let go and commit. Let go of the outcomes, the judgments from other people, the belief that there's not enough, or somehow I'm going to be stifled in this. Let go of all that and connect to the Lenten imagination, right? We're focusing on imagination this next 40 days. Commit to a new class or a new pathway or a new idea or new people or a new group. Just do it. You'll be surprised at how much you can learn. It opens new pathways for you, I can guarantee it. So we're going to say denial and affirmation in prayer. When I go to prayer, I take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. We need one of those because it's like really, that was a lot of tense storytelling. So take another deep breath and release. Yeah. What do I want to release? What can I imagine my life to be? I breathe, and then I let go. And I take the first step. So to summarize our monthly lessons, we said pray, and this is all prayer. We did affirmative prayer. Don talked about the prayer process. Last week I talked about returning to the truth, that you embody oneness, that you embody Christ consciousness, that you embody prayer. You reimagine how it takes an act of courage and what that courage looks like for you. And then you let go. And you take that first step. And so, as we prepare for meditation, I'll ask you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. And release. If you're new to unity and meditation, just close your eyes. This is a time that we just pause and allow the lesson to kind of sink in. As you're relaxing, I offer this prayer of courage. And then we'll go straight into meditation. Spirit of life, we open our hearts in this sacred season of release. We let go of thoughts and fears and stories that no longer serve our becoming. We surrender the weight we have carried, known and unknown, into your loving presence. As we loosen our grip, we make space for clarity, peace, and divine guidance. Like Hagar in the wilderness, may we remember that you see us, you know us, you lead us. We trust the Christ light within to reveal the right next step, and we walk forward in courage, spaciousness, and grace. And so just take a deep breath and release, relaxing the shoulders and the arms, relaxing the body. Take another deep breath and release. As we move our thoughts into our heart space, we are just using this time to connect with Source, Spirit, Divine Presence. If it helps to bring to mind a picture of a candle the beach, desert, mountains, then I invite you to do that. Take another deep breath and release. God sees you. Divine presence sees you. And so we embody that idea, knowing that God the good and the kingdom of heaven is within us. We connect with the spiritual understanding that possibilities are at our fingertips. Substance is available to us at all times. We just pray to let go, to allow the energy to flow through us, not trapping it in our body or trapping it in our thoughts. And so as we come to a time of silence, I invite you to just go within for a moment, to just touch that space, that intimate place of your divine connection. Take a deep breath and release. And as you start to come back into this room, into this place and space, remember what you hear here may come back in small waves. What you believe, what you embody is your spiritual journey, yours alone. As you come back into this space, we reach out with energy to those around us. For we are all connected. We are all in the process of releasing, reimagining who and what we are, and returning to the truth. As we build our Christ consciousness, we see it in others. And we know we are part of a whole. A God that sees us and we see him, her, divine presence, spirit, oneness, energy, the unnameable. And so I affirm to you, my friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you are divine. And so it is. Amen.
I am the substance, I am the light, I am the life and source of all. I am the music, I am the song, the breath of heaven, hear my call. I am open and willing and filled, man of heaven, I will sing in the garden and dance with the angels. I've come to say, be still, be still. Come commune with me in fill. Be still, be still. Come commune with me in fill. I am open and willing and filled, man of heaven, I will sing in the garden and dance with the angels. I've come to say, be still, be still. Come commune with me in fill. Be still, be still. Come commune with me in fill. Be still, be still. Come commune with me in fill. Be still, be still. Come commune with me. Be still.
Okay. So, this will be the first time I'm doing this here at this church. So, you guys have been here a while. If I messed up, feel free to throw something in there that I missed. This is our time that we recognize our prosperity or abundance, the spiritual principle of abundance. And can you come forward just a little bit more? So, I'm going to put these guys on a spot, like I do at my Unity of Central Florida, and ask them to turn around and face you. See, it hit me one day, and I keep myself open, that when we do the blessing, divine love through me of abundance, and the ushers are facing me, you're actually blessing their backs. And really, you're putting a blessing on the tithe and offering, not me, you as a congregation. So together, we'll say the affirmation, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving.
All right, today I invite you all to go out and shine your light into the world. Sing the words with us if you know. Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine.
Let me hear you now.
Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Step out and take a chance. Walk the talk and join the dance. Relax, enjoy the ride. Let kindness be your guide. You gotta go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Oh, one voice, one hand, one heart. Wanna change and make a start. We're one big family. What's good for you is good for me. I gotta go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Yeah. She's like, do we got to turn around again? I'm like, yeah. All right. So as we close our eyes and just send the energy in the way of a blessing to this offering, and we acknowledge the law of giving and receiving. As we understand this is a physical manifestation of our work, we know that it will go out and do the work of the church, in the community, in the nation. And we just affirm the energy of giving and receiving, however that appears in our lives, as it is. Amen. Okay, prayer requests. Barb, you want to help me with no? So at this time, we have a prayer box up front. Give me a little cue. We have a prayer box up front. If you'd like someone to, if you'd like us to pray for somebody, you can fill out the card and drop it in the prayer box. Also, we'll say that there is a prayer chaplain after service. If you're would like to have someone pray with you one-on-one, Barbara Russell, is that how you say it? Sorry, is right here, and she'd be happy to pray with you, as well as I, if you need prayer. There's also online prayer requests, and the numbers up there, as well as Facebook and website. And Silent Unity is also a great place to go if you're looking for prayer support. They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they do a phenomenal job, and you receive a letter afterwards as well from Silent Unity. And I believe that is, did I cover it all? Okay, well, thank you. Next week, what do we have next week? We have Reverend Don Barton about the Easter lily, the roots. This is going to be good. I got to watch it. Next time I see you will be on March 29th for Palm Sunday, so I'm looking forward to that one as well. So is there anything else? We do our prayer for protection, so if you'll stand, we'll say the prayer of protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And we have our song. Reach across the aisle, grab someone's hand.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God
3, 4. Go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Step out and take a chance. Walk the talk, enjoy the dance. Relax, enjoy the ride, and let kindness be your guide. You gotta go out and shine your light. You know the time is right. You gotta go out and shine your light. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine. Go out and shine.